For a long time now, Atrioc has been one of my favorite creators on YouTube. As a person who is going to college for a finance degree, part of online gaming culture, and just as a person who loves business and marketing as a whole, finding his channel through Ludwig was one of my favorite things ever, as I would watch so many of his videos, namely a show he did called Marketing Monday, where he would cover business related topics throughout the world on any day besides Monday. Unfortunately, however, a big slip up one day on stream led down a huge rabbit hole of deepfake adult material of his fellow Twitch streamers, a hole left so wide that it even got beyond just a few subreddits and into mainstream media. Despite this, his recent comeback has not only reminded me about how much I loved this content before, but actually reinforced my admiration for his content and his personality. And I'm not here to remind anyone about the drama, as I'm sure anyone watching this video is already well aware about it. So instead, today, I wanted to talk about how he has overcame this challenge in his career and his streaming community, and honestly just talk about how cool it is to see him return. I do want to first state that the consequences of his actions are still felt by a lot of people, and especially women today. What his actions ended up leading to were still not great, and I even have my own reservations about the whole fiasco. So I don't want this to sound like a puff piece for a guy that did do something objectively wrong. Now that I got that out of the way, I wanted to first start off with where exactly my rekindled admiration came from. And this specifically was when he uploaded videos on one of his side channels where he gave an update 2 months later about the whole situation. It's a long, uncut video that I somehow found myself becoming immersed into, invested into what has transpired since the whole controversy as he took a break from YouTube, streaming, and his other business ventures. Right away, after a few technical difficulties, he started updating people on where he had been the past few months. And so to people like me, I was just curious as to what he had been up to. Instead, he right away shared what he felt was appropriate, which was immediate steps he took to make right for what he had done. He goes on to share a story in which I'll summarize briefly by saying that a researcher named Genevieve, who was a fan of his show Marketing Monday, believed in the sincerity of his apology to give him a chance to redeem himself by working together to disband adult deepfakes online. From there, they worked with several lawyers and online companies until he found a way to make issuing DMC strikes a much more effective and cost-efficient method. And his work had really paid off. The process in which you usually have to go through a lawyer to get a few websites taken down costs thousands of dollars and a lot of time, but he worked with a lot of professionals to get hundreds of actual takedowns in a much shorter period of time, with thousands of requests being automatically put in, all at the fraction of the cost. And this goes without saying that he obviously enlisted the help of a lot of people, but I'm sharing this because I think it's a strong testament to his character that not only did he apologize, albeit poorly at first, but that he learned from his mistakes, took the spotlight out of him with the break, and came back taking care of his responsibilities, which I don't think a lot of people expected in today's YouTube culture. I know all this sounds quite parasocial to analyze his behaviors, but seeing him lament about his actions, reflect upon how he could have done the apology better, and most importantly, his enthusiasm for doing the right thing and amending things with the people he had worked closely with before, is like a character redemption arc for him. The fact that he's on a talking basis with people like Cutie Cinderella again is also something I just find really cool, which again, I know sounds extremely parasocial for me to say, but I wanted to express this nonetheless. Regardless if I choose to view his life as a TV show or an actual real-life event affecting real people, this really is an inspiring journey for him to take accountability for his own actions. He's fronted thousands of his own dollars to make this work, and he's offered to do this to the affected women for free. This is refreshing to see compared to people like Logan Paul, where his apology is just for the press to see, and he goes back to what he was doing before anyways, often not really expressing in a way that he comes off as sincere. I mean, look, objectively, the best way to handle drama and pressure when you're under the limelight is to actually not address it. Just like how Sunny V2 stated in one of his videos about James Charles, only to actually follow through and say nothing about the Mr. Beast and Chris drama he started, silently facing his mistakes afterward. But for Atrioc to come out to take action, putting time, money, and resources to go ahead and work on something good for the people around the world is something that I think should be praised more, because otherwise people who inevitably do dumb shit will just keep doing dumb shit a few months later. All of this is to say that I hope that people don't just mindlessly consume internet drama like this and just move on, but actually take away the potential good that can come out of a bad situation and turn it around to make it impactful. It seriously is so rare for people to just be real, even more so to directly confront it and do something about it. So today I wanted to show my support for people with true integrity, and the best thing I can do right now is recommend 3 of my favorite Atrioc videos in case anyone might be interested. Links will be in the description. Once in a while, let's celebrate something that's actually good and redemptive for the world. It's not nearly going to get as many clicks, of course, as negativity often prevails in the internet, but hey, I mean, why not? To Atrioc, I really commend the steps you have taken, and the content you have been recently putting out, because it has been educational and as hilarious as it was before, because I'm sure whatever you'll continue to make will be worthwhile.